Invite to go live. Speech off.
Good morning. So, got the ingredients for French toast. Got the bread. It's a little hard, but I'm gonna work with it. So how's everyone doing? It's a happy Wednesday. So, I got my ingredients here. I'm gonna put everything on the table. Got 2 coffee mugs. Clear spot right above the plate. So first, I'm going to get the butter. So I've already measured out what I'm gonna use. Got the bread here in case I need it. So first things first, gonna cut up some butter and heat it up in the microwave. Gonna set you guys here on the table. Alright, so I cut off a slab of butter. I have it in the microwave. It's in a separate coffee mug. So right now I have it on 36 seconds. Make sure that's completely melted. Got some bread on the plate cut up. Gonna use that. And I got the egg in the second coffee mug with three tablespoons of milk, but I added in an extra. So butter is heated up. I'm gonna look for the handle. I'm gonna take it out, double check something. Nope, everything is fine. So I'm gonna take it out of the microwave. So first things first. Now it is warm, but I think I could probably still check on it. That's fine. So I have the butter. Going to grab a napkin and I'm gonna wipe the edge of the coffee mug on the inside and make sure nothing sticks. Got the bread pieces here. I can always cut more. So I'm using the regular bread, the flat bread that's used to make sandwiches, not the bagel kind, but the regular one. That's for sandwiches. Mainly potato bread. So first, gonna go grab a paper towel. Okay, so for the blind viewers, so I am dipping the paper towel in. I am going around the coffee mug as I wipe the edges. And I'm doing it from the inside so nothing gets messy anywhere. So it's best to actually wipe the inside. I think I use a little too much butter, but so what? It's gonna work. So if you don't have cooking spray available, which I don't, just use some butter. And I just look fine. I'm actually gonna squeeze off the extra from the napkin. Woo! It's warm. So I'm gonna set you guys down so I can make sure there's no mess. And I have an extra napkin in my pocket. I'm actually going to use it to take care of things, but first I'm gonna continue to wipe just to make sure I have everything taken care of here. And there we go. Looks greased enough. Squeeze off the extra. So I have the butter in the coffee mug. I got my bread pieces. I got the egg in a separate mug above the plate. So I actually moved it closer. I'm gonna put my bread pieces in. Just gonna set it in here. So I got the butter already inside the coffee mug. I've actually greased it. I'm taking my bread pieces one by one. I'm sticking them in the coffee mug. And I cut them or broke them into cubes. You can do it either way. I cut them with a knife. But you can also just break them into pieces. And they don't have to be perfect either. Just whatever you can do. I'm just sticking them in here. So I got rectangles. I'm just putting them in. You can also cut them into squares. It's up to you how you want to do it. And I've used up all the bread just about. I'm gonna get another slice and do the same thing. So the recipe technically calls for 1 egg, but I took it a little step further because somehow it doesn't really make sense to use only 1. So I have that here, and I'm gonna grab another slice of bread real quick, and I'm gonna go rinse. I got butter on my finger. So I'm heating up another slice of bread in the microwave. I did 10 seconds, and then my additional 15. Looks good. I'm gonna take it out. Need both hands to do that. Alright, so I have another slice of bread here. I've just heated it up in the microwave. The first piece I use a knife. The second piece I am actually going to use my fingers for this. So I got everything in the coffee mug. I'm going to come in here, and you can actually add flavor to your French toast. I'm not sure if anyone's aware of that, but you can actually add some flavor to it if you want. Got some cookie crumbs here, but I'm actually going to take one, and I'm actually going to put it in here. So everything's gonna soak up. These are soft cookie crumbles. So I'm putting them in the coffee mug as well. And pretty much I'm gonna pick up one cookie and just crumble it into the coffee mug. Add a little flavor to it. And you do need your hands for this. So it works much better than having to crush it up in a cup. But to each his own. These chocolate chip cookies are from my neighbor, and this is what I'm using today. And these are actually, they're store-bought, but they work just the same. So I'm gonna grab one more and break it up. Okay, so I'm eating the leftover. I'm gonna close up the container. I got just about enough. I don't really need too much chocolate in there. So I'm gonna close up the container till it doesn't go dry. Okay, so I have another slice of bread here. I'm gonna tear it into small pieces and put it in the coffee mug. So I'm not gonna pour in the butter and the other stuff yet. So I'm gonna break up the bread into small pieces. They don't have to be perfect, but small enough to fit in the coffee mug. So I'm gonna do that. So I washed the plate, and I'm going to actually put the bread back in the freezer. Got a bread bag tie, so I'm going to take care of that before we move on to the next step. Okay, so took care of a little cleanup. I'm gonna pour the egg mixture with the milk on top, and I've only used 2 slices of bread, which is perfect. So I'm gonna take my coffee mug, and I'm gonna pour the rest of the ingredients over, the wet ingredients. So gonna pick it up, line the handle up, and carefully pour. And perfect. So once I do that, I'm gonna actually press down on everything. So make sure everything is mixed in. And this is actually the easy part. I poured everything into the mug. I am trying to, now this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna mix everything up. So everything's gonna soak in. Now I do have some dry pieces underneath. They're actually gonna soak up too. So this is perfect. And squishing the bread down. You do have the option, if you want, you can actually pick up the pieces and you can mix it up with your hands if you want to. I'm gonna do that actually. Some of the bread pieces are kind of dry, so I'm actually gonna do pretty much pick up the pieces here and press them down. Now while that's soaking, I'm gonna go and wash the coffee mug. Some of these pieces are kind of hard. I think I put them in the microwave a little too long, but that's okay. So while this is soaking, I'm gonna go wash the coffee mug while everything soaks up. Alright, so one coffee mug done. It's all washed. I'm gonna check on these. Looks good. I'm gonna press down. Perfect. So I'm gonna make the pieces nice and flat so that when I heat it up in the microwave, everything comes together well. So using my fingers and pressing down, I'm turning the coffee mug at the same time, making sure everything gets soaked in. So far so good. And perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Gonna press down a little bit more. Some pieces are still kind of hard. I'm gonna press them down into the coffee mug, get them all saturated, because that's what we want. Turning the coffee mug at the same time. Everything's gotta be nice and flat, but if not, it doesn't have to be perfect. And got that. And looks good. Now I did grease the inside of the coffee mug with butter, so nothing's gonna stick, hopefully. This experiment works. Just trying it for the first time. I have not made French toast in the microwave, but I'm gonna give it a try. Looks good. So, actually what I'm gonna do, looks good here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I used 2 slices of bread and added in a little bit of flavor. Everything looks saturated here. I'm gonna go and rinse. I think I have room for one more. I'm gonna grab one. Got a wet napkin. Before I do anything, I'm actually gonna wipe my area a little bit. Got a little spillage from the butter. That's okay. It'll be taken care of. So, got that. Gonna grab one more slice. Still have enough to work with in the coffee mug. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Speech off. Finish. Button. Speech off.
And perfect. Take it out. I'm gonna break up the bread pieces and I'm gonna put it in the microwave as soon as I'm done. Got a wet paper towel here. Everything looks perfect. So, pressing down in the mug, just about done. And I'm gonna do a little cleanup before we begin the next step. Bread looks saturated. Alright, so everything is in the mug. There we go, I can focus. I wish we can see it. So now, final step, pick up the coffee mug. Microwave is open. Gonna set the mug inside. Perfect. So 1 minute. And I'm gonna let that do its business. In the meantime, I am going to do a little bit of cleanup. So how was everybody for a Wednesday? You got any summer plans coming up? Comment below. So far today, gonna do some more little art projects. I am currently doing a couple paintings, just of pretty much anything that comes to mind. No need for the laundry, that's not till Friday. Took care of pretty much all the chores. I may do a little bit of dishes, of course. But overall, pretty much it. So that's done. In the microwave, I'm wiping the counter, going back and forth, making sure nothing's left behind. And perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm gonna close the container of the Clorox wipes. Okay, perfect. So 1 minute is done. I'm gonna check on things here. So I like to texture, looks fine. I am gonna do about 30 darts. Whoops. Kind of hard with one hand, but so I heated it up for a minute. Gonna check on it. Now, if you do 2 minutes, you can also check on things. I like to make sure everything's cooked thoroughly through. And area's clean over here at the counter. I like to clean up as I work. So, how's everybody so far for the week? Mine went pretty well. Ooh, look at that. So, it actually expanded. So that's amazing. But that's how you make French toast. I'm actually gonna have to finish cooking it because there's still some areas that need to be taken care of. When I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek, just a little bit. First, I have to make sure no spillage. Looks good. So here it is. Take that out. So this is it so far. French toast. All done. But that's how you do it. Give the video a like. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on YouTube, Louise Arellano. If you want to see any more recipes, like French toast with some fruit, comment below. Make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, and if you have any other questions, let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Come out.
Speech on. Tag. Share. Formats. Invite to go. Comment. Finish. Button.